Hello? 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 My computer is even slower than normal today, so we're going to see how long into this we get before it just resets itself, because that's how it's acting. Um, and my chat's probably going to be really laggy, because everything is laggy, and it's the worst. And that's not the scene that I clicked. Buddy, pal, my guy, please? There we go. Holy cow. Goodness gracious. Hi, Stars. Hi, Jen. How are you doing today? This is going to be an adventure. Oh, that's so bad. Yikes. Okay, we're shutting down Firefox. That's the one thing that I can do that for now. Nothing extra is running. I checked. So it's just my laptop being a little butthole, which, like, fair. We're all out of practice here. It only took me like twice as long as normal to get set up today. And part of that was because my laptop just is being a little bit of a derp. Okay, closing Firefox seems to have helped a little bit. This is still way behind. Wow. Um, yeah, there have been a lot of tornado warnings. I'm sorry you have to keep dealing with them, Parker. I'm glad that you are safe enough to pop in. Um, so we have a lot of work to do, because I basically ended up having 2 weeks off this month without wanting to do that. Um, so we have our muscle to finish, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not particularly feeling this guy at the moment. Um, which is just because we left it in like an intermediate stage, so it looks like nothing. Um, and also my brain is mean to me all the time, forever. But I also did the line art for um, the quilt block fabrics that we have to do for color and focus. Oh yeah, I'm sure, Parker. That seems very anxiety ridden. Um, and I'm realizing that I didn't actually erase the pencil lines off of these, but I think they're light enough that it doesn't really matter, especially since we're doing a relatively dark color this month. Okay, this is now vaguely in time. It's not like 3 minutes behind. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. It just froze. Oh no. Is this it? Are we going to reset now? I'm just going to keep talking until it either catches up or... Okay, there we go. We're back. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Hoy vey. Oh, yay. More storms, Parker. That's fun. I promise that if I'm not responding to your message right away, it's just because I haven't seen it yet. Um... This is fun. I love streaming off of a Mac. This is my favorite thing in the world. Because it's just gonna randomly freeze. Maybe I'm not going to be using my PNG tuber today. Maybe that's the next step here. But I want to use my PNG tuber. I want to. Is there anything else I can close right now? I really don't think that there is. Hi, Grim! I will do stretchy. Doing a stretchy. We'll do a hydrate. Something nice about myself. What is something nice about myself? There are plenty of things. Will my brain pick one out for me, though? No.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
The longest stretch known to man. I am now taking a sippy. Something nice about myself. Let's see. I am very impressed with how much mental health work I've done lately. Like, how do I explain this in a way that makes sense? How does one word? Also my screen is frozen again. That's fun. This stresses me out. What was I saying? Good Lord, it's so distracting.
Katie, I love you, but I'm encouraging the bad decisions. If it's a bad, like, do it. Fucking do it.
Actually, there's a good thing to be proud of. I forgot what else I was gonna say, but I finished my frickin' website finally. It's all set up. I had to put in all of the tax codes for each state manually, and I did it. I had to do math, and I did it. I had to work so long on that all the time, but I did it. And I managed to do it while my conditions were not ideal for focusing, which is even better. So as you can see in chat, where is it on the screen? Up here? There's a link there. You can go look, because all my stuff is there now. And it's so helpful. It took a really long time, and I probably would have picked a different what's the right word? Like a hosting company if I had known more about the one I was picking, but I didn't, so that's just how the cookie crumbles or something. I'm just gonna erase a couple spots on these. I wanted to let the ink dry, so I did these yesterday. Yeah, my computer being super slow is not helping with my brain. I was gonna add more words to that, but I can just end the sentence there. That tracks. My schedule is also super off since my dad was here, which throws the schedule off. So I'm still not really getting back into my routine. I went to bed later than I would have liked last night, but for fun reasons. It wasn't like a grumble reason. But I'm eepy. Worth it, but I'm still eepy. Yeah, this is just gonna freeze every 3 seconds, I guess. So maybe we aren't doing a PNG tuber today. Like, I want to, though. It's gonna make me sad if I have to close Discord. But, meh. That's the mood today. Right, maybe I should just, like, get over myself and start painting. Perhaps. Perhaps that's a good idea. Do I remember what brushes I was using on this? No, because it has been 2 weeks. Cats will do that. And thank you for the compliment, Parker. Sorry, I read that and then did not respond to it at all. That's my song. You're welcome. I do think that I need to make the blue darker, which I think was what we were working on last time. Also, this bit does not look great, so we'll do that. Is stream freezing for you guys too? Or is it only freezing on my screen? Because like the visuals are very laggy and slow on my side, but that may just be my laptop rendering the video and it may be like actually streaming it fine. But if it's laggy for you guys too, then I am going to ditch the PNG tuber, as sad as that makes me. Okay, then goodbye, Discord. All right. Well, salutes in chat. Maybe that'll help. Maybe. A little bit. That's so frustrating. I'm annoyed, in case you couldn't tell. See, that's better. Now I just have Streamlabs and Spotify open. If it continues being a dickwad, then I don't really know what to do about it. because I did do all of the things that I was supposed to do to make this run smoother. See, it's still lagging, and I'm gonna throw a hissy fit about it maybe. I just wanted to get back to my routine and like do the things that I want to do, but apparently I'm not allowed to do that. It may be that my laptop is finally gonna bite the dust over streaming, and I would rather it not do that. Because I only have 2 things open right now, and it's not even, they aren't even that big. Like, what else do you have going? It's all just the regular stuff, so I don't know why this is so hard for you right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Unfortunately, I am stuck with subpar equipment, and that's just how it is. I could also say the same thing about my brain, if I'm being honest. So maybe I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you guys for a bit until I get so frustrated that I quit. That's fun. I love that for me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Because, like, I guess we're closing Spotify and seeing if that works, and then we can all just sit in silence together. How about that? Let's have exactly one thing. I literally just restarted my laptop this morning to try and avoid this specific situation. So maybe another reset would do something, or maybe it wouldn't, but like, that's so frustrating. I just want to be able to do the thing. That's all. And it's still freezing. There's something going on. Okay, well, maybe I'm resetting and we'll see if this fixes it at all. Ugh, I love this. This is so fun. I'm having fun. I'll be back in a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what else to say because it's frozen again. So that's great. That's great. I can't even see if you're saying anything. So I will be back in a few minutes and I will try to not throw a temper tantrum about it. Oh, I could unhide that. That would be a thing. Hi. Hi. Maybe. Maybe this is better? Perhaps? No, it really isn't. Yikes. Ugh. I am so frustrated. And I love that my chat just isn't working. Okay, maybe that, maybe? Okay. I should move my hand. The camera is completely frozen. Cool, that's still super laggy. The PNG tuber is fine though. So perhaps this is a Logitech issue. Well, let's see what happens if I open this. Maybe everything explodes. I don't know. It's still very laggy on my side. So let me see if opening that helps with the camera at all. Or maybe that just makes everything worse. I don't know. I don't know. There's only so much I can really do to troubleshoot this because really the issue is that my laptop sucks. Yeah, that's very far behind what is actually happening. So that's cool. It's also really laggy in the Logitech thing. So maybe it's just a camera driver issue. I mean, it isn't just one, like, but yeah, that's really far behind what I'm actually doing. But if it looks better, that's something. I would love it if things would just work. That would be really nice. I would like that a lot. Well, if having that open isn't going to help anything, I'm just going to close it because like our color balance and everything is fine. Irritating. I love when I like get to go do something and then it just doesn't work. That's great. It really makes my brain feel good. So yeah, I'm just gonna be grouchy about it. That's what's gonna happen. How's everybody else doing? Yeah, the camera motions are like a full 4 seconds behind what I'm actually doing. I can't fix it. I need to stop freaking out about it. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I've done what I can do. If it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. Okay. I wanted to darken up this bit, but I don't know. Maybe I don't want to do this because this is also irritating me. So let's just do this because this is going to be easier. And then maybe I'll calm down and we can go back to the muscles. Because I'm not having a fun time right now. Do I want a bigger brush for this? Nah. Well, yeah, I do. So in case you couldn't tell, these are peacock feathers. I feel like that's pretty obvious, but do I want to actually just brush that over the whole thing? Maybe. Maybe we will do that. It's so far behind. This is the same issue that I had with, weirdly enough, streaming my iPad, like mirroring my iPad to the laptop. So I think it must just be like, aside from the fact that it's not made to do this, I think it must be partially the way that video renders on my laptop specifically. Like there must be some, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Prioritization that just screws me over when I'm doing this. Also, if anybody's chatting, I cannot see anything. So that might also be an issue. I don't know, unless you're all being really quiet, which is totally valid. I'm just, since we're having scuff, I'm mildly concerned. I love that my viewers also cut in half because of that. That's also very fun for me. We're just gonna be neurotic today, which is fine. I've been being neurotic for the past 2 weeks, so it's whatever. Okay, good. Thank you, Stars. Hooey. someday I won't have this specific kind of problem. I'll get a new computer and then I'll have new, different kinds of problems. I probably should be taping these down because they're gonna bubble up, but I can't be bothered right now, if I'm being honest. I wish my laptop didn't suck so much. But wishing won't fix anything. Do I want to do beige or yellow? Let's do yellow. I do want the background of this one to be a little bit lighter versus, because we're doing Prussian blue is the color of the month in case, I don't know, in case anybody missed it. It has been a while. We could have just straight up forgotten. I don't know. So I want to have one that's got a lighter background to do the like claws on the bear paw, because I think that just looks better. I'll drag out an example in a second here, actually. Just do a little light beige yellow here. I had to drag all of my stuff back out from storage to get ready, and it's just like nothing's in the same place. I don't know what's going on. I don't like change. I've never been good with change. So I'm thinking for the like this one, the blueberries are gonna be these guys, and I like the look when they're a little bit lighter than the other colors, especially for the dark ones. Where's the... I have more examples of this. Like this one is... Well, no, that isn't a good example of that. I thought I did that for that one, but I guess not. This one. So like have a lighter color for the claws. This quilt pattern is called Bear Paw. And it's a relatively simple one just because you don't need to make a lot of cuts for it. So piecing it together is a lot easier, which is part of why I picked it for this project when I did it. But so these are the bear claws, and then this is the paw itself is the idea. Good luck, Jen. Good luck. I only have one of the ceramics projects I did when I was in school, actually. Thinking about it. I should move that into my studio whenever I get that set up, actually. That threw me off so bad. I wish that like my brain could adapt to situations a lot better, but I'm just really bad at that. I'll be fine. I'm just irritated with the situation, and I'm also irritated with myself for not being able to handle the situation well, which is just like a brain mood, and I know I'm not alone in that. It's just irritating. Okay. That I want to dry completely before we move on. This one I can work on while it's still wet. I do want a little bit of a smaller brush than that, though. Where's... like this guy. So I'm gonna end up doing all the same colors on each of the peacock feathers here, so we'll just test one and see what I'm feeling, and then move on. I think a little bit of this is good. I do think kind of like a yellow in the middle. Do I remember what peacock feathers look like? No. Did I look at a reference when I was doing this? Also no. That would involve thinking ahead. That's not what I do. Maybe actually it's yellow out here and then blue in the centers to make it look like an eye. Isn't that part of the point of nature? I don't know. We're just gonna go for it. Whatever. That's kind of the vibe of the month, if I'm being honest. Like, we don't need to think this through. Just go for it. We can deal with whatever happens. It's fine. I'm so annoyed that I had to reset my laptop frickin' twice to get it to work today. That's so stupid. Cranky. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I will focus on the fact that I get a package today. And that will make everything better and it'll all be fine. That's how it works, right? Just focus on the one thing that gives you serotonin and it'll all be fine. These shouldn't take too long, I think. I think the cow one will probably take the longest just because it's the most, I don't know, detailed. But we'll see. I was so excited for that muscle, but I don't know. It's not turning out how good I thought it would, which is because it's not finished yet, but boy, are we having some brain times this month. Okay, I did all of the yellow on that one, so we're just going to do that so that it looks vaguely the same. We can just pop some blue on that and I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna have to stitch those VODs together when I post it. I will try to remember to do that. Will I actually remember? Remains to be seen, but I'll try.
I love your goopy wiener.
Thank you, Parker. I forgot I added that. It has been a stressful month. I'm glad that there are things like goopy wieners in the world to make me laugh. Oh, package has been delivered. I should text my brother. He'll probably go out and get it for me. It's a secret package, though. You guys don't get to know what's in it. I mean, it's not that exciting for you, so don't worry about it. It's just expensive. Yeah, I appreciate it, Parker. All right, and have fun, Jen. Enjoy kid time. Sorry, I got focused on what I was doing and did not look up at chat. It's almost like I'm out of practice because I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. I love, okay, so that full clip, I do have the full clip downloaded and saved, but it starts out with Lib saying that they love me and then says, I love your goopy wiener. And I love that I took just the part about the goopy wiener and didn't save the part where it's like my friend telling me they love me. Ooh, that's exciting.
Katie, I love you, but I'm encouraging the bad decisions. If it's a bad like, do it. Fucking do it.
Oh, I could also, you know what we could have done? We could have started with like the easiest one of these and just done the color blobs, you know? Sometimes you think things through and sometimes you don't. And you know what? As someone with anxiety, I often think things through too much. So maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should just stop thinking. No more thoughts, head empty. And just fly by the seat of my shorts for the rest of eternity. That seems like a plan, right? Nothing bad will happen. I think I want to make this one pretty dark. I could also give some of these, I guess this one's going to have more of a greener hue, which is fine. Whoa, that looks so good. Okay, actually, I'm going to record some of this on my phone for TikTok. Well, I say a TikTok, a reel. I don't know. A short video. Oh, it would help if I actually clicked record. I'm just scuff as hell today. That's all. It's fine. Thank you. Brother Bean went to get the package for me because he's kind. So I think maybe I want to do the Prussian blue and then do some Payne's gray. Did I say that out loud? I thought it. Okay, there. We have some satisfying color blotches. Oh, I do have I have too much shit to do all the time, forever. I have another, I recorded, okay. Where do I start this story from? That's the first thing I need to decide before I start speaking. I made a gift. Well, I made multiple gifts for some friends, but I recorded me making a gift for someone, like pieces of it, not the whole thing, but I have like a little script written out because I want to make a reel about what making the gift meant to me and put it on social media, which is maybe weird. I don't know, but I had a thought and I thought that I would share it with everybody because I'm an oversharer. That's just how I roll. So I need to edit that. That's what I was thinking just then, which is going to be like a lot of work for me. I don't know. Video editing is difficult for my brain because I also need to figure out how everything sits together and how it looks and then do a voiceover for it. And I don't know. Being an artist in the internet age is like a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie to you. Because, like, I'm very lucky to have a lot of supportive people in my life, and that includes all of my lovely Twitch viewers. But it's just like the constant need to create content that's free is like so much all the time. And like, so I was doing really well. Oh, hi, Cap. Thank you. It should be illegal for people to tell me they're proud of me when I have to be normal about it. It's good to see you. I definitely wasn't just speaking about something that involved you. Don't worry about it. And thank you for the resub. I didn't say that in midst of me being a blushy idiot, but you know, I think it was implied at least. Nope, don't worry about it. Don't look back. It's fine. You'll find out soon enough. Don't worry about it. Did I actually say your name at any point in that? No. But it was about you. Also, I don't like how light that gray is. Maybe I add some actual black to this. Because I would like it to be quite dark. Well, I need to calm down. My brain is like being a mess. Well, I'm a mess. It's fine though. But part of the reason that this isn't getting as dark as I want is because the paper is wet, so the pigment is spreading out. And like, that's normal, and I don't know why I'm being so weird about it. Yes, I do. It's because my brain is evil. But, you know, we'll just go for some black, and that will probably get me closer to where I want to be on this. Although, does it really matter? The answer is no. It's not a big deal. So I think probably letting this dry and then doing another wash of the Prussian blue over top is probably where I want that to be, and that will even it out a little bit more so that it's closer to where I want it to be, I think. So, okay, stop touching it. You said you need to stop. Yeah, I figured you were, but I didn't need to like out you to the entirety of chat about that. Okay, set this someplace where I won't put my hand in it. There's no place on earth that would work. Or I could just throw that on top of the other one. That's cool. All right. So I started stream and then I had to reset my entire laptop and stream to get it to stop being a butthole. So I'm like, I don't have a brain anymore. Hi, Mommy. How you doing? So that was a little stressful. Just a little bit. It's fine. Okay, we want Prussian blue and we want to paint in these feathers. Oh, that's nice of you, Cap. I could probably just leave these lines, like the single lines, as no color, but I think it kind of looks nice to add the little bit there. Kuro is on break whenever she wants to be on break, and nobody in the universe gets to say shit about it. That's just how it works. Like, I know. And I mean, it's not like you don't get your work done, so who cares? Somebody might have an argument about it, but they wouldn't win. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, sorry, Grim. They've changed the way that they do like lurky stuff. So if you just leave up the stream view now and expect it to start playing video, it doesn't do that anymore. So that's fun. But I've noticed that because usually when I mod for streams, I have, especially ones that are in the morning for me, I have the mod view up and just sit there until stream starts. But it just does a little flicker and it doesn't actually start playing the video. I don't see that as a problem, Grim. That's valid, Kuro. Again, it's Friday. When I was working in a regular office job, I called it Fuck It Friday. I actually have a vlog that's now on private on my YouTube from back in the day when I was doing daily vlogs, where I just went around the entire store and had people say Fuck It Friday into the camera. Fuck It Friday means you don't have to do any work. That's the rules. Yep, have a good luck with work or not doing work, whichever you choose. We'll support you either way. Maybe I wanted to make the background of this a little darker. Maybe I didn't, though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really quiet quitting if you aren't actually getting paid for the amount of work you're producing. You know what I mean? Like, productivity has gone up a massive amount and wages haven't. So, like, fuck it. Every day can be Fuck It Friday if you hate capitalism enough. It's kind of like Halloween is year-round if you aren't a coward. Like, you can make any day anything if you just think hard enough. Nobody can really function under capitalism, Grim. Like, I know what you're saying, and I know your personal situation, and like I agree, but also nobody can function like this. So, yeah, that's part of the problem. I will do a stretchy, and we'll see if I fling paint all over the white couch, since I just put paint on my paintbrush. But you know what? Whatever.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thank you. And I will hydrate. Ah, fuck. I knew I was forgetting one of the packages. It's fine. I know it's not a rush. I just knew that I was forgetting to put one on the list, and it was Grimm's. I was forgetting the art that I was going to send to Grimm. God damn it. I've taken 2 sippies. You got a BOGO deal. I knew I was forgetting one. That's so annoying. I have another one to package up anyway, so I'll just do that at the same time. I just need to remember. No! Yours was the last one that I decided on. That's part of it. Because, like, everybody else, I, like, knew what they were getting and had decided on it. I had to think about yours a little bit. Because really what happened is I started... Yeah, it is your fault for making me pick. You know I hate making decisions, and yet you continue to make me make decisions, and then you get what you get, man. But I already forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, part of it was that I was thinking about it while I was going through and moving all of the listings over to my website. Because I'm not going to lie, I saw a lot of my art and I went, you know what, let's give this to somebody instead of having to move the listing over. Yeah, fine. I'll give you that one since I always say love is stored in the callouts and I call you out. But I got to that one and I was like, oh, wait, this one. That's perfect, actually. And you're going to get a message that makes you cry a little bit. And that's just how it's going to be. So, you're welcome. But I need to remember to package it up. There's other... I have so much to do. Why do I have so much to do all the time forever? Who thought running their own business was a good idea? Couldn't have been me. But I do have 3 different packages going out today. And then I have 2 more to pack up. And I have a set of arts that I need to pack up for Aiden too. But that isn't like an immediate thing. I have too much to do. Someone save me. Alright, good luck, Cap. I think that actually I should just be kept like a pet, like a Renaissance artist was, where I make like 1 painting a year and then I get to live for free. I think that's how it should go. Ooh, I can tell that my finger oils messed with that paper right there. That's fine though. It's fine though. And I need to finish these so that I can... I'm just going to start saying my to-do list out loud. Apparently that's where my brain's going. Boy, I need to, like... I don't know. I've been better about, like, habit tracking and stuff like that, which involves me keeping a to-do list, because I kind of fell out of that for a little bit, which was worse for my brain. But I'm back into it. But it also, like... having a brain that doesn't work the same way as everybody else's means that sometimes I just think about stuff all the time forever. And it comes out of my mouth. And streaming is just stream of consciousness anyway. Yep, I will definitely talk to you later. Have fun, I guess. Don't kill anybody. We can set an achievable goal right there, I think. Don't kill anybody. But I need to cut these and then sew them together, which won't take a super long time. So I've kind of gotten the process down really well. But it still does take some time. What? What did I do? Don't kill anybody? Is that... I was talking to Cap. You can do whatever you want, Grim. I'm not in charge of you. I mean, really, I'm not in charge of Cap either, but... But I also think Cap is probably less likely to kill somebody than you. Just generally speaking. You have different vibes a little bit. I always say I should tape these down, and then I end up flipping these things like a pizza dough. And then I'm glad that I didn't tape them down. Like, yes, it makes the paper a little curly, which makes it a little bit of a pain in the butt to cut. But really, overall, it's not that bad. I also need to remember to scan these. I've started scanning the patterns that I'm doing once they're painted and saving them for stuff. Because some of these would make like pretty bookmarks or something, or I could use them as, I don't know, assets on a website or something. I don't know. Washi tapes are also a possibility, I suppose. The blueberry one might make a really cute washi tape, actually. But I don't know. I guess part of the reason that I'm just like spitting my to-do list like a shitty white wrap is because I lost so much time this month, like work time, that I'm stressing out about it. Because my dad being here means that I don't really have the space or time to do my work the way that I would like to. So that'll be part of it, actually. That's probably also part of why I feel so guilty this month, is because I didn't do the amount of work that I normally do, and so my brain's being mean to me about it. Which, like, is silly. I'm still getting more than I promised anybody that I would get done. It's just, I don't know. It's honestly like after a lifetime of being told you're just lazy and to try harder that it negatively affects your mental health. Wild if true. I have actually been reading a book that's written by some people who have a ADHD like TikTok thing. Is it a business? Probably. That's about like tackling some of the parts of shame that ADHD leaves you with, especially if you were diagnosed later in life, which to be clear, I'm not diagnosed. I'm self and peer diagnosed. But it's both reassuring and sad how much I relate to that book. I got it from my library, but I'm probably actually going to buy it too, just because it's been so helpful to me. Yeah. One of my favorite things, and I mean this legitimately, I'm not being sassy about it. One of my favorite things is when people are like, oh yeah, well we both have the bloody blah, and I'm like, we do? Huh? Which is how I started looking into things more. And then went, oh yeah, I guess so, huh? I've also been peer-reviewed as autistic, which I think tracks. And honestly, like, both of those makes a lot of stuff, like the funny, oh, this kid was so weird and quirky kind of things that my mom always told me about that I did as a little kid. It makes all of that make a lot more sense, actually. So, like, when I was a baby, for instance, I didn't like being touched. If I was crying, I just needed to be left to myself, and I didn't want to be picked up. I just needed to cry it out and get it over with, and don't touch me, please. Which, like, is a very autistic thing. I mean, there are other reasons that came later in life for why I don't want to be touched, which I blamed a lot of that on. But it also happened when I was little, so. And I have never been a touchy-feely kid. Ever. Am I going to remember the name of the book I'm reading off the top of my head? Maybe. I think it's really good, though. Maybe I'll post about it on social medias after I finish it. I should be able to finish it tonight, I think. If I end up reading it tonight. Reading is on my to-do list today because I felt like I hadn't put enough stuff on my to-do list. But we'll see if I'm actually feeling that later. Because on Fridays, in order to stream, I get up a little bit earlier. And by a little bit earlier, I mean a significant amount earlier. I don't know why I'm downplaying that. So I end up a little bit brain dead by the end of the day. I say as if I'm not always brain dead. I have 1.5 brain cells. That's just how I operate. And sometimes they ping together and bounce off of each other and make a thought, but it's pretty rare. And usually that thought is not related to anything else happening in my vicinity. I do kind of wish that I'd made the background for this darker. I can go over it again, though. It's not a big deal. But I do kind of wish that I used... Ooh, what color did I use for that background? Viridian hue, I think. That's easy to fix. Well, it would have been easier to fix if I darkened it before I started painting in the feathers, but you know what? Whatever. Uh-oh, what kind of a mistake? Mistake is in, like, it's not good food? Or mistake is in you spent money? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. If I could, I would give you extra spoons. Not that I have a lot of them, but I would share. Yeah, I wasn't sure. We did talk about that a little bit, but... Gosh, my hips hurt today. It's almost like I've been doing exercises to try to make them stronger. Or or something. Because I would really like it if my hip didn't randomly pop out while I was walking. That would be great for me. Yeah, fair. But that does mean he'll be awake later, probably, so maybe you can score something at another time. Yeah. I mean, I can't really throw stones about that because that was definitely my approach for a significant amount of time, too. I've just changed tactics a little bit because I have less money. But I am also aware that my money is not like my best quality, I guess I would say. Like, I do like to help people, but there are other things I can do too. So, and one of them is bully you about being nicer to yourself. Um, some people make it a personality trait. I'll put it that way. I think that you can probably deduce exactly who I am thinking of right now by my tone of voice. So I won't even say it out loud. You'll just know. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Okay. Good luck or something? I don't know. What's the appropriate response to that? Don't drown? Don't burn yourself? I don't know. This would make such a pretty tie fabric. I guess. I guess some of these I could actually make into fabric patterns if I wanted to. Ooh, yeah, that would be pretty too. I mean, I wouldn't turn down a skirt of it either, although it would be hard to pair stuff with, I think. Although I do have a tendency for very colorful skirts. I'm a Maya Kern person, so I get a lot of exciting skirts. And they have pockets. I do think if it was like a wider, like a pattern for a bigger piece of clothing, I might make the pattern itself bigger so that it feels a little bit less overwhelming. But there are companies that do um, fabric printing. I don't know. I don't think that I need to order more fabric though. I have a reasonable, well, a mildly unreasonable stash because that's just how my family works, but I probably get my grandma's stuff too eventually. She doesn't really sew anymore, so welcome back. could do another layer of Prussian blue over this, but I don't know. I kind of like where it's at now. It does look a little darker on camera than it does in person, but that's fine. Cameras are not really known for their ability to pick up blues well. Okay, maybe I've calmed down now. I think we're okay. I have gotten a lot better at regulating my own emotions, which is good, but it still makes me feel silly, which I think is just a human condition situation. Or maybe a neurotypical condition, or neurodivergent, I mean. Because other people seem to have fine with that. Thank you, brain. That was definitely the sentence that I wanted to come out of my mouth. Yeah, they do. And if they can't, they find other people to do it for them. Again, you can probably guess who I'm talking about. Although I've been doing a lot better at it, honestly. And when I actually have control over my environment, I'm having a lot less meltdowns, which is really good overall. I'm trying. Why am I getting a headache? Pressure change. We were supposed to have 2 pressure changes today. That's probably why. It's fine. I guess I also have not worn this headset 2 weeks, which will do part of that. I'm excited for multiple reasons to get an actual desktop set up so that I have enough ports to actually use my other microphone so that I don't have to use the headset if I don't want to. Because this headset was very expensive for how uncomfortable it is, honestly. Mistakes were made, but you know, live and you learn. I think there's more that I could do to this, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it. Because it's not bad the way that it is. Maybe I'll let this dry and then maybe deepen up the Viridian Hue background a little bit. Just a little though, not like super. Because I would like it to have a little bit more color to it. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna make this green a little darker too. Do I actually? Yeah, I guess another layer of that will be good. And maybe I want to make that yellow a bit more vibrant too, actually. Let's just make it really intense. That seems on brand, honestly. Making something overly intense. That's definitely not something I do all the time. Do need to let it dry in between though. It shouldn't take super long. I didn't make this particularly damp, but I could deepen up the center actually. Let's do that. Why not? We can have a little more pigment as a treat. Hi Lapras, how you doing? Good to see you. I mean, it's always good to see you, but I'll say it anyway. I can agree with tired. We can be tired buddies today. I stayed up a little bit later than I should have last night, but you know, sometimes you gotta chase the serotonin. I also had to reset my laptop at the beginning of stream, which sent me into a little bit of a tizzy, but I think I've leveled out now. Okay. Here's where I decide if I'm committing to making the background darker or not. I think maybe I just do some squiggles and don't do it all the way to the feather, maybe? Because doing it all the way to the feather is going to be really annoying. So if I just do like a kind of like that, get some of those brighter colors without having to like worry about it being perfect. And we can call it a stylistic choice. Oh, geez. Yeah, good. I'm glad you knew. I was going to be like, have you been drinking water? Did you also wear sunscreen? That is also important. No, there isn't a huge amount of space between these to make it super blotchy. Uh-huh, uh-huh, got him. Wear sunscreen. Everybody wear sunscreen. It's important. Maybe I am just gonna actually fill all these in and just be kind of sloppy about it. Because I don't think I like the messier approach here, actually. It's almost like I have problems with perfectionism. Wild concept. Okay, as long as you have some, just remember that it's important for your skin health. One of the things that has been a little bit freeing about this project is that because of the way fabrics are mass produced now, there are a lot of like printing errors in them. So like colors overlapping or colors going outside the lines actually kind of adds to the vibe, I think. Which is good when you struggle with having to make everything perfect all the time. Otherwise your brain is mean to you. Because really, if I make a mistake here, it just adds to the realism, right? That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Although, actually, I noticed yesterday that my anxiety has gotten a lot better. Actually, I'm like a better, healthier person than I used to be, which is really nice because I have been working on that pretty hard. Something I used to do, like for the majority of my life, was take photos of letters I had written before I mailed them so that I could check what I had said as like an anxiety thing to make sure that I didn't, I don't know, say, instead of saying like, oh, I think you're neat, I didn't say like, oh, I actually hate you and I hope you die or something, which is just like ridiculous and I'm aware of that. But I've actually stopped doing that entirely. I wrote like 4 different letters in the past week and I didn't take a picture of a single one of them. I just sealed up those envelopes and whatever I said is what I said and it's just going to live there and that's fine. So that's good. I've been able to like get rid of a lot of the quote unquote sillier. Oh, that's way too much water. Anxiety stuff that it's like anxiety hacks kind of, except it's bad. So I've managed to do better with that for sure, which is a good sign. Like I still have issues, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely. A healthier future or something, I don't know. I also have been writing more letters lately, which is nice, actually. I enjoy like mail. It's always so fun, and I have so much stationery. But it's fun to just like use some. I do want to make like, as an artist, I do want to make some more stationery. I do want to make like little thank you cards to add into my orders. That's coming up on the docket of important things to do. You should write me a letter, Stars, if you want to. Obviously, no pressure, but I would love to get a letter. I think you... Did I send you my actual address, or did I just send you stuff from the P.O. box? I can DM you my address. My rule for, like, both adding people on Pogo and giving people my home address is only people I trust to show up and kill me if I deserve it. Like... Lapras knows where I live because I trust Lapras to only show up to kill me if I actually deserved it. I'm glad you have food, Grim. Congratulations on the struggle it took to get there. Or something. That's not the right sentence. You know what I mean. Yeah, well, you were tired before, hun. So eat your foods and then go to bed. Go to bed. Yeah, I've been trying to be better about like actually using the PO box when I'm sending official stuff, but I will send you my actual address. And then if you want to, clearly this isn't, I think we both know that. I'm pretty sure. That this isn't a pressure situation. But I don't know, sometimes I come across as way more intense than I mean to, so okay. Just making sure. Yeah, no rush. It will just be a surprise whenever it happens, and it will be a nice surprise. We can be pen pals. But pen pals with ADHD, so you get like 1 letter a year. But I do just have... Oh, I'm sorry, Lapras. If it helps, my laptop was doing that to me and not Twitch earlier, so... Yep, I will see you later, whether it's here or elsewheres. I don't know. I always like the idea of doing pen pal stuff. I did when I was a kid too. And then I couldn't understand why I was so bad at like actually keeping up on it, even though it was something I wanted to do. Spoiler alert, it was the brainworms. Because there were a few times in our classes, like in elementary school, where we started like pen pal stuff as a class. And I was always the most disappointing pen pal because I like sent a bunch of stuff and then immediately forgot, or I would write letters and forget to send them. And it was always very embarrassing. Speaking of that ADHD book that's helping me deal with shame, that's one of the things. Ugh. It's like, I don't know, it's wild how, well, that's kind of silly to say, but it's kind of wild how much your brain not working affects your life, you know? Hi. Yeah, same stars. So like I got into the habit for a little while and with ADHD it's not really a habit, it's just a thing that you do repeatedly. Um, of sending my grandma a letter once a week and I fell off of that and never started back up and I feel really bad about it still. But like it's fine. The ones that she got she enjoyed and that's better than not having sent any, you know. But her eyesight's going pretty bad, so she wouldn't even be able to read them really now. But maybe I should send her a sticker or something. She might have fun with that. My dad went down to visit her after he was up here. And to spread some of my mom's ashes where we spread my grandpa's ashes. I say we, I wasn't actually there. Where they spread my grandpa's ashes. I shouldn't insert myself into that situation when they did the hard work. But yeah, she's old. She's not doing great. But my uncle and aunt live next door and take care of her, which is really good for the whole situation. Which means she's gotten to stay at home so far. Which is good. Not me trying to do math in my head to remember how old my grandma actually is at this point. It's not young. Can I do math? If I have it right, she's like... Huh. Maybe I do have that right. That's wild. Never mind. You guys don't need to know that. I will keep it in my head. Maybe I'm doing better about just not saying every random thought that comes into my head, even if it could dox people. Maybe. I'm glad that I'm doing the brighter background color. That feels a lot nicer to me. I do still need to go through and I think brighten up that yellow. But this is much more the kind of color palette I was looking for. I also just like this color. Well, the color combo, I guess. I feel like I had something else to tell you guys, but now I don't remember what it was. But I guess I always kind of feel like that, so who knows. Oh, I guess I was trying to remember the name of that book and then I got distracted and never said it. Dirty Laundry is the name of the book. And there's a tagline, like a, what's the right word for that? A subheading about dealing with shame. And it's by Roxanne something and Richard Pink. They have I found them on Instagram, but they also have a TikTok called ADHD Love, I think, which are nice, in my opinion. But it's been good for just kind of pointing out to me where a lot of my like internal shame has come from. And seeing it, I don't know, recognition via the other, so to speak. Because Roxanne and they're a couple. Roxanne has ADHD and Richard doesn't. So it's got kind of both perspectives where they're talking about, like Roxanne will say a symptom that she has and how it's affected her life and how she deals with it and how other people could deal with it. And then Richard comes in and says, this is how it's affected our relationship and this is how I support her through those issues now that I understand what's happening. And it's very nice, I think, and helpful for seeing how, for me personally, seeing from what these kind of things that I do look like to a neurotypical person. Yeah, they are from TikTok and Instagram. Roxanne has like half black and half blue hair, which I think is a very distinguishing characteristic that makes that a little obvious. They're very nice. I like them. And the book has been helpful. They have another book coming out at some point, which is part of why I got this book from my library, because they had it. But I'm probably, so I got this from the library, but I'm probably going to actually purchase it as well because I've found it that helpful. I think it'll be one of those ones where I read as a top up every once in a while to remind myself that I'm not actually the worst person in the world. I just have a brain that works different. Because, I don't know, even if I never get like an official diagnosis, I relate to too much of this stuff for it to be a coincidence. Like, it's a lot. And I think going through and reminding myself that shame actually comes from some place that I couldn't control will be good. Okay, that's more where I want it. Just kind of like a streaky blue and black thing. That's good. I am going to take a quick break because I need to go to the bathroom, which means I'm going to run some ads, and then when I come back, we'll work on these guys. Oh, am I going to run ads? I never opened Firefox. Never mind. I'm not going to run ads. You guys can be free of ads today. It's fine. I have all pre-rolls and stuff turned off anyway, so that's all good. But I will be right back. And I will, I don't know, talk to you guys when I come back, I guess. Okay, bye. I have returned. You want to load in the thing, please? Pretty please? Thank you. Okay. What do I want to do first? Making decisions. I don't know why I chose a career where I have to make so many decisions, because I don't like doing it. This one I definitely want to do Prussian blue for the background, which is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Like, I could do it, but I will need to let that dry, versus these where the things we're adding color to are separated, so it's not as big a deal. So let's fill that in, and then we will move on to the next task. My paintbrush got messed up in storage. And I don't have the scissors right here, or I would trim this guy. Can I just like yank you out? No. Okay. Fine. Be that way. It's fine. You aren't really supposed to trim the bristles off of a brush if they're wonky, but if it's on the outside, I do it anyway. This is going to end up kind of streaky because I'm not pre-wetting the paper, but I think it will add to the appeal. One of the things that I struggled with for this color specifically was trying to keep it different from the violet one that I did, because I really wanted to do like, this is such a pretty like night sky color, but I already had done a night sky kind of pattern for the violet one. So I had to I was like, okay, yes, I want something involving a night sky, but it needs to be different enough from the other one that I did. Which it's just a me thing. They make the same fabric pattern in a bunch of different colors and it's fine, but I was like, I don't want it to be too samey. If brush crimes is what I get canceled for, I'm okay with that. Honestly, because there are a lot worse choices that people could dig up. Because I've existed on the internet in my 20s, so there are a lot of bad takes out there that I have said with my whole chest that I no longer agree with. But, you know, that's just what happens when you grow. Probably also should have taken a painkiller when I stood up, but I definitely did not do that. It's fine though, it's not a big deal. Uh-oh. Just in response to what I was saying, or did stream crash? I'm so nervous now. Ah, it was stream. Okay. Hi, I'm here. Was I not there for a second? Okay. Twitch also sometimes just force buffers because it is like a large platforming service, so sometimes things happen. You guys probably can't see that, but there's this bristle that's just going wah, and it's driving me bonkers. Oh, you know what? Today is Pan Visibility Day, so I think that I need to make the sparkles Pan Pride colors. I think that's a requirement. Yeah, they can see you. Watch out. I mean, me too, but... Oh my gosh, who's texting me? What? What? Yeah, as cute as this is, past Katie was not particularly kind to present Katie for doing the teeniest, tiniest little cow that anybody has ever seen. Because this is kind of a pain in the butt. Worth it, probably, but could have made this easier on myself. But it's so cute. Yes, Mukro cows. I may end up needing to put even more Prussian blue on my palette today. It's almost like we've been using it because it's the color of the month. Hi, Trisha! Thank you! Is my keyboard gonna let me type? Maybe. We'll find out. There we go. Yeah, Prussian blue. So I already finished this guy. Well, not quite finished. I guess I wanted to deepen up the yellow on this, but we did this one. Now we're working on the other one. So I have blueberries and I have cows. And then I just have like the regular plain streaky one. These are for the quilt block that I've been doing every month. Yeah, they're both really cute too, Grim, so you're just gonna suffer today. That's how it's gonna work. Yes, go for it, Trisha. Yeah. The reason that I don't want to do that, and it is a good suggestion, but it doesn't scan as nice when I use the metallic colors. So it ends up with me having to do like a lot more background work, and I just straight up do not have that time this month. Like I'm shoving all of this work into half the time that I usually do because of life events that were outside of my control. Yeah. Trisha has a very, very pretty peacock print where she hand embellishes all of the prints with metallic watercolors, and it's so pretty. And I still remember when she started using that blue on the original painting, I went, "That blue fucks," and I got auto-modded for it. I was right, though. It does fuck. It's a blue that fucks. And we did discover, unfortunately, that that company who made the blue went out of business. I discovered the other day when we were talking about it, because me being me, I started Googling things. trying to... I want this to be patchy, but I'm trying to make it patchy in like a more interesting way that doesn't make it super obvious where these edges are. Which is a task. I'm sure there are other blues that fuck, but yeah, honestly, because those colors are so good. Man, I haven't been able to go watch ACS's stream in like ages. That's the band that's playing right now. I found them on Twitch, and they're like legitimately one of my favorite bands, but they keep changing their schedule to things that don't work for me. It's almost like I'm really busy all of the time or something. It's one of those things where I need like a spreadsheet to track when I'm actually available at this point. It's just like that. It's almost like people like me and want to hang out with me a lot or something. That doesn't seem real, but... Well, I think they actually released a new song on Spotify that I haven't even listened to yet. I think I saw that yesterday. Again, it's almost like I'm really busy all the time or something. It is real. Wild. Why am I so popular? Oh, that's why I'm so popular. Why is KofiBot not doing a thing? There it is. Thank you, Trisha. I think it's funny that I got the email before I got the alert. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's so exciting. So, fun fact. This means that the sticker cutter that I want is now fully funded, which means that a sticker tier gets added to the Patreon. I open up sticker commissions, and I get to do the BDSM stickers I've been talking about doing for 8 years. So this is a very momentous moment. Thank you so much, Trisha. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. So that's super exciting. I'm gonna need to order that after stream. How exciting. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm also like really pumped to be able to make whatever freaking stickers I want. Because like working with a sticker company is great, and Sticker Ninja would let me order like whatever pretty much that I would want to, because I wouldn't order anything that they wouldn't be okay with. But it means that I can do smaller batches, because printing with sticker companies, you have like a minimum batch number. And this means that I can just make whatever my little heart desires, which is so exciting. Because I was actually thinking the other day that it would be kind of cool for people with kids, like smaller kids, to be able to like make a sticker of their kid's art to send to them. I was thinking about this in regards to a specific child that I vaguely know, because I thought it would be a really cute idea. Because I know when I was little, if somebody had made a sticker of my art and sent it to me, I would have had like a conniption and been obsessed with it for like multiple years afterwards. And it seems like a nice little, I don't know, gift thing to do for people. But it also means that I can finally do those, I'm gonna call it Advent style, but not really. The like birthday surprise packs that we were talking about that Stars also helped conceptualize, where you could order a pack of little stickers, basically, that you can open each one in an envelope on a day leading up to your birthday for like a week. And then you get a sticker sheet at the end of your birthday. Because I can actually, you did help with that, Stars. Because I came up with like the Advent book one, and then you were like, oh, what about like a birthday thing? Yeah, it's a good idea, and I'm stealing it. But Jen also expressed interest in that too, to me privately. Came up with a similar idea and was like, oh, what would you think about doing this? And I was like, actually, I have already thought about doing this and it's in the works. So, no, you helped with that one, for sure. Although it's kind of hard to tell when you get like multiple ADHD people in a room where the idea fully forms. Because you're all just going at like a million miles an hour. But yeah, that means that I can actually design and make stickers to put on the front of the envelopes, and could even do custom ones, so including somebody's name if you wanted to gift it to them, kind of a deal. So exciting. So many avenues opened by this little goal. I'm pumped. It also means that I need to design those things. Actually, maybe we're gonna have a digital art stream at some point, if my laptop will be able to handle it. Although doing digital stuff while I'm watching other people's streams and like helping out in streams has been pretty good, because your girl cannot just sit and watch somebody. That's impossible. And I mod so many streams now that I need to like be vaguely paying attention. That means I can design stickers to put on the front of envelopes, which also means that I need to order the envelopes. I already decided which ones I was going to get for that, but... Well, not really envelopes, just like little paper bags. I also... You guys are just going to get stream of consciousness ideas now, because I'm thinking about all the things I can do that I thought about doing once I got the sticker cutter. I also considered doing like a little I Spy kind of sticker sheet, where the whole thing is printed like a drawn I Spy photo, so like a bunch of little things in a scene. And then there are like clues, and the clues are randomized to be included with the sticker sheet. And then you can peel the stickers off to match the clues. And there would be like multiple clue sets. So you couldn't just tell by looking at the sheet which one was the correct one to grab. I don't know. It seemed like a cool idea. How exactly would I execute that? I'm not really sure, but it seems fun. Okay. I want to let that dry a bit before we continue on. So let's do some bloobs, shall we? My paint water is so blue right now. I wonder how that happened. Oh, do I want to... Maybe I want to leave that yellow as it is on the peacock feathers. I do also have leaves on this. Let's just do some leaves. Leaves are easier. I'm probably not going to go like super detailed on this, even though I will want to do that. That's not the right choice. Because believe it or not, I'm not a fabric press that has multiple colors just included. I have to do all of it by hand. Yeah, I know. These are, I did leave these small enough that I don't think that I can put in the amount of detail I'd want to if I was going hog with it, but we'll see. But I think it will also help that I'm like stressed out about getting all this stuff done. Oh, that's something else. I should have posted that on social media this morning. The color and focus polls should be up for patrons right now for next month. Um, there are some bangers in there. Good colors, I think. Um, so if you're a patron, you can join for just $1. Tiers start at $1. You could vote on what the color fate is next month. Cool. I didn't think to look at the votes yet. Because I often will just like take a little peek-see to see which way it's headed so I can start thinking about it. Do I want to do that? Probably. Do the tiny little stems here. I do have to say, I am enjoying other people picking the color for me. I don't know. I get decision paralysis like a motherfucker. So having to pick the color for myself for this project would be like so overwhelming for me and would make me want to just like not do it ever. So having just like leaving one decision of that aspect to somebody else or multiple somebody else's is like so much better for my brain because then I can actually focus on like the art and not all of the background decisions. I mean, there still are background decisions like deciding what to do for the art, but that's easier. Yeah, same. It's just, I don't know. For people who hate making decisions as much as I do, and you probably do too, it's really funny that we've decided on a career where all we do is make decisions all the time, forever. Why are you still green? Stop it. It's like, I don't want to make another decision for the rest of my life. You know what I'll do? Make decisions for the rest of my life. All right, past Katie. I mean, I guess there are decisions to be made in like literally any career you could possibly pick, but art involves like so many tiny decisions all the time. Maybe you want a smaller brush for this than that one. Not that small. Maybe this guy. Thank you. I like to think I'm funny. I've told this story like so many times. But when I was, how old would I have been then? 19-ish? I don't know. When I was younger, I did a lot of camp counseling stuff for a religious camp that I was involved with up here, also in Oregon when I lived there. But the there was a camp that was specifically for like creative kids where you put together like a musical that you did at the end of the like performed at the end of the camp. Um, and one of the things that you did, which I'm sure is common in most um, summer camps and isn't specifically religious, but you did like a little skit on a day when you were in charge of the campfire. Um, and so me and my cabin one year were setting up our skit, and we decided to do a like dating show, a classic dating show kind of joke, except with Bible characters. Um, and I remember we were all like spitballing and everything, and one of the kids looked up at me while we were talking about stuff, and I was like suggesting jokes, and just looked at me with the biggest amount of awe on her face I've ever seen in a child and went, "Wow, you're really funny." And I still think about that sometimes. It was so funny because like I don't do well with too little sleep, and I never sleep well at camps. So I had the nickname Dragon Katie at this specific camp because I got crankier and crankier as the week went on. So I don't think she expected me to be funny. I think she expected me to be just cranky all the time. But it's one of those things where like I think that in my head a lot too. Wow, you're really funny. And our day had been farther into the camp week, so we were planning on like day 4 of hanging out together. It was funny. Yeah, I do think I am funny, like legitimately. That's one of my better qualities, I think. And I think I can riff pretty well even in difficult situations. Um, which is a blessing and a curse a little bit because sometimes my brain filter doesn't work and I say something that I think is funny in a situation where I really should not be doing that. But that's also just a people thing, I think. But I also think that part of the reason I am so funny is because I spend so much time on Tumblr. Legitimately. Because Tumblr has a very particular parlance to humor that is a little bit unexpected if you don't hang out there. So I often catch people off guard with that. Yeah, for sure. That and just having the brain weirds is also a thing because especially with I think ADHD specifically because like ADHD brains are running like 35,000 steps ahead of anybody else before they pop back into the line. So we'll just kind of go on like a whole little journey in like the 30 seconds it takes for us to say something in a conversation. And so people are just like who are just walking along normal speed, all of a sudden ADHD brain comes out in like left field and knocks them off the path and makes them laugh, kind of a thing, because we've gone through like an entire thought process while somebody else was just thinking about a sentence, you know? Which is kind of dolphining, not only dolphining, but yeah, I may just go over some of these and darken the edges, and then I think that's fine. I just want to make sure to get some of the pink tones, pink and purple tones in there, just because I think that's essential to what a blueberry looks like to me, anyway. Because they do have some more colors to them than just blue. My grandpa had blueberry bushes and strawberry plants in his garden. So we always were eating those as a kid and like playing in the garden and stuff like that. So I got the opportunity to stare at a lot of blueberries in my time. I have a single hair that has fallen out of my ponytail that keeps hitting me in the face, and I'm about to just yank it out because it's making me angry. I think a couple of these with the stems, I'm also going to do a little bit of green yellow up at the top because that also reads very blueberry to me. We are simpatico. That happens pretty often. Yep.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thank you. Gosh, my wrist is acting up too. I know it's just because of the pressure change, but like, stop it. That's so annoying. I'm gonna do these ones at the same time because I would like them to be a little bit similar. I am gonna need to get more Prussian blue on my palette. We're gonna run out before the end of stream, probably. It's almost like I've been using it a lot this month or something wild. Yeah, for sure. And it has like a good stackability to it, which that's a technical term in case you didn't know. There they are. I had to move all my stuff when my dad was here, and now I don't know where anything is anymore. My stack system has been obliterated. Yeah, I definitely I'm planning to replace it on my palette because right now I have a phthalo blue and ultramarine, and I think I'm gonna replace ultramarine with Prussian blue once I use that up. So I did have Prussian blue out, and now it's not out anymore because I put everything away. Where are you? No. I have too much stuff. There it is. My brain just like completely dumped its cache for a second. We're good. My working memory has been like a lot worse this month. And like I know why. It's because I was stressed out, but it's still like so frustrating. It's like, hey brain, could you remember what we were doing 3 seconds ago, please? No. The answer is no, I can't. Those shouldn't be going at the same time, but okay. I have those staggered, theoretically, but that doesn't mean that they will actually be staggered in my experience. The timers that Streamlabs does are, like, really weird. Because they really don't pay attention to the timer. Yeah, for sure. I have all mine set to 1 because at least when I was doing it, it wouldn't let me set 0. It just threw a hissy fit about it. Which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal if they go at the same time. It's just like, could you do what I ask you to do, maybe? The answer is no. My brain just short-circuited again. It's just gonna be one of those days. That's fine. I say one of those days as if that isn't just like my life all the time. think we've gone most of a stream without me putting my hand in wet paint. I think we have a new record. Hey, Bewitched! How you doing? Good to see ya. Welcome back, Lapras. Good. I manifested that for you. Everybody wear sunscreen. It's good for you. Even if you feel like you don't need it. It's true. Nobody is stronger than the sun. Yeah, I do find like there is definitely a sensory ick with sunscreen. I find the spray sunscreen a lot better for that personally. It feels a lot less of that weird level of sticky. It does feel more greasy though, so you got to kind of pick your poison. But definitely worth it in the long run because getting pieces of your skin cut off is also not a great sensory experience. Skin cancer runs in my family, and as you can tell, I'm like really pale. I'm very pale. So I'm an advocate for this. I was not always good about it when I was younger, so I'm probably going to have that bite me in the shoulders specifically at some point in my life, but be better than me. Oh, yeah, that's fair, Trish. Yeah, I only have the one, and it's not someplace that's visible, really. So, although I do want to get more, it's just like a money thing. Well, also a hiding them from my father thing, but that one I'm less concerned about lately. But definitely, if you have color tattoos, you want to use sunscreen because it will keep the colors from fading as quickly. And you paid a lot of money for that color, so you should keep it nice. Yeah, that's fair, Lapras. Well, you have that outdoor job too, so I'm sure it's a little bit more dramatic. Oh no, Trisha, that's illegal. You have to sunscreen the whole thing. Sunscreen the whole you. I think I'm progressively getting darker in the amount of pigment I'm using, which I would think I'm just gonna go with. I think I don't care that much, if I'm being honest. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the first step. The second step is telling me so that I bully you about it, and then I become a little voice in your head. That's the next step. Because I definitely am more than one person's self-care voice in their head. Where it's like, if I don't do this, then Katie will be sad. And it's like, you're right. I would be sad if you didn't take care of yourself. Yeah, exactly. That's my brand. That's the brand now. Yay! I'm so proud of you, Trish. Hummus and pretzels also is like top tier combo, honestly. For a while they sold, I don't know if they still do, but they used to, at my college campus specifically, used to sell these little like combo deals where it was like a single serving, yeah, of hummus and then a cap of flat pretzels. And I used to get those all the time, even though they were way more expensive than they should have been. The flat pretzels slap with hummus for sure. I mean, stick pretzels also work pretty well, and I do like a stick pretzel, but the flat ones are good. And I haven't had hummus in like ages. Maybe that should be a food that I get. I'm usually pretty good about meals, but I'm really bad at lunch just because it like messes with my momentum. But if I don't eat lunch, I turn into a crazy bitch. Instead of just the regular bitch that you know and love, it's a crazy one this time. So having like some sort of snack food that I can eat while I'm doing other stuff is very important for maintaining my sanity in the middle of the day. Yeah, for sure. I am not vegetarian, but I do know that that's definitely a thing. We had a vegetarian thing. My brother does most of the cooking, and he's been using an app that is like a British meal planning app, basically, that has recipes and stuff. And the one we had last night was crispy tofu tacos with a corn salsa, which I don't think they were technically tacos. They were the British idea of a taco, which isn't a real taco. But the crispy tofu was pretty good. It was basically just oven baked tofu with panko breading, so it was crunchy, which was pretty good. Although still, I wouldn't call it a taco. Yeah, no, totally Bewitched. I'm like that too. Yep, yep, yeah. I'm like that too, where like if I don't prep it all at once, I just won't use it. I do that with bell peppers a lot too. Part of the issue too is that produce by the time it gets to Alaska is like old. It's old. So it goes bad like a lot faster. Um, so you really have to like get it and then eat it. There isn't a lot of wiggle room there. Yeah, but at the end of the day, also like remember that you are not the worst food waster in the world, and in fact don't even make like the top 6,000. So, like, the grocery store is our biggest food waste. That's not you, and you don't need to take that entirety on yourself. See, I don't mind eating the same thing repeatedly. I like having consistency. So like I eat the same breakfast every day and have been eating the same breakfast every day for like 5 years because it's easier for me to have a consistent routine of how I'm making food than it is for me to have to figure stuff out in the morning. And I'm fine with like making a big batch of something and then just eating that repeatedly. But I think that's the other brain weird in me versus the need for like novelty that ADHD brings. I think that I prefer routine versus constant novelty. Like there are things that I get tired of, but that's mostly like snack foods and stuff like that I get over it. Yeah, yeah. Breakfast, I used to be really bad about eating breakfast, and I've gotten better about it since I started like the routine. One of the tricks that I do for stuff that I don't want to do is I do it before I'm really awake because it's easier because I don't have to fight my brain because my brain isn't awake yet, which is like a ridiculous leapfrog situation. Oh, yeah, that's fair, Bewitch. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, Bewitch. And like, it is a difficult thing because I think a lot of us feel guilty for our situation, even though it wasn't necessarily us that put us in our situation, and it definitely wasn't us who put other people in their situation, right? It's a symptom of capitalism overall. And it's not that you're being greedy or you're being ungrateful, because clearly you're thinking about it. Um, but really, the situation is that there are bigger powers at play that we don't have control over. So trying to remind yourself of that and remind yourself that you aren't in charge of saving the world is a really big part. Because I also deal with a lot of guilt and stuff like that too. Um, so I think just recognizing that you're part of a system that you can't fully change is a big part of that. And you help where you can, you know. So like I donate to local food kitchens and stuff like that when I can. Because there are things that you can do to make a positive influence, but beating yourself up about a situation you can't really change isn't productive. At least that's how I view it. Your mileage may vary, but that helps me personally. And I'm glad that I get to be the little voice making everybody better. We're on the self-love train. We're gonna take care of ourselves. Choo choo, get on. Because I have done like a lot of work on myself for that stuff, so I'm glad to be able to share that with other people. Which I mentioned it earlier today too. I've been noticing like, especially lately, how much work I've actually done on myself and how much that's positively changed my life. Which is wild. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Huh, I'm not shrimping Streamlabs. Get wrecked. I am, however, sniffly. It's almost like it's allergy season or something. How'd that happen? I can definitely tell it's construction season up here because we have trucks running through our street all the time. Yeah, yeah, especially if you're fighting against like neurodivergency in general. Um, Food waste is something that happens for sure, but trying to put your energy more towards, I don't know, taking care of yourself and taking care of what you can take care of instead of beating yourself up about stuff is a journey that is helpful. I'm not saying that's easy, it definitely isn't, and I still have those issues, but Sometimes our brains just work differently and we need to understand that, you know? Which is why it's not a moral failing to buy the pre-cut fruit, you know? Sometimes you just got to make your life easier for yourself because you're already struggling. I think maybe I'm finishing these blueberries and then ending stream today. Because I think I'll work on these faster when I'm not streaming, actually. I still need to work on the muscle too. I don't know. I just keep looking at it and I'm not vibing with it. But I know why that is, and I just need to push through it and do it and finish it. But I also have other things I need to do today, including figuring out a Finnish customs form. Theoretically, I'm back to regular schedule now for the foreseeable future. So it won't be such a huge break in between stuff again. Which I always dislike having to do that. I'm very much a creature of routine, and if my routine gets messed up, then it messes everything up. No, you're fine, Bewitch. It's always good to see you, no matter how short a time. I'm just always grateful if people stop by, you know? It's always good to see folks. And I do know that we all have our own lives. We all have so many things to do all the time. But we got a few blueberries, so we got some time still. I think I know somebody who's live at the moment too. I am very glad that I managed to get the website done last week. That was a lot. Transferring everything over is just like a lot of really mind-numbing work that I had to do while I wasn't in like a great clear focus space. I get so distracted by people trying to talk to me. Like even just being in the room with people is like really distracting to me, but I did it. Yeah. So I basically moved so I did all of the galleries and everything, and then I moved everything over to the new shop. Well, most things over to the new shop. The things I decided to move over to the new shop, and it's just like a lot. I've been doing better at like keeping spreadsheets of everything that I'm doing. Like so all of my orders and all of my tax information and all of the business spending that I'm doing and stuff like that, which will make my life easier at the end of the year. But keeping up on it always feels like climbing a mountain. It's a very Sisyphean task where you just have to keep pushing a rock up a hill forever. Which is just small business life, I guess. But also, what if it didn't suck so much? What then? But also because it was like such a spread out process, when I finally finished it, it didn't feel like I'd done anything. Like my brain did not give me the serotonin for a huge thing completed. It's so frustrating. Oh my god, that's so funny. I love that. Drag queens really are out here doing some of the best stuff in the entire world. They're so funny. I think that I probably could deepen up a fair number of these blueberries, but I actually kind of like just the chill vibe that we have going with them right now. So I may just leave it. Right. I could also deepen up the leaves, but I don't want to, so I'm not gonna. This is all getting chopped up anyway, so like it's not that big a deal. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this muscle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not feeling it. But I think that's partially just because I quit in the middle of it and then had 2 weeks where I didn't get to work on it. um, maybe I just need to work on it off stream for a bit and just play with it. Because I don't know. I don't like where the colors are at, and I still need to do some shading, and this part in the middle is not vibing. Yeah, yeah. I've gotten a lot better about actually finishing tasks instead of just leaving stuff on the sidelines. So I actually um I'm sending out a couple international packages this week with gifts for friends in them that I actually like said I'm going to make you this thing, and then I made it and now I'm shipping it. I'm finishing the task even though that's like difficult for brains, but like my mom was always that person who would buy things for a project that she promised to somebody and then never finished them. And I don't want to be like that. I legitimately still downstairs in the stuff that she left behind when she moved out of the state. I still have the materials that she bought to make me a robe when I was 11. Um, I don't want to have to leave that much stuff for somebody else to deal with. And following through on stuff is really important to me. Hi, Al. Speaking of one of the international packages that I'm sending out. But I don't know. It is difficult to convince your brain to finish things. Yeah, I'm very much a gift giver. And I've found that if you make people gifts, they get less weird about it than if you buy them something. Mostly I'm just staring at this and being mad at it, actually. I don't know that I'm really arting it. But I always have shown affection via giving gifts, and people can get really weird about it, which I totally understand. Just to be clear, that isn't like a read. Some people are uncomfortable with gifts. I get it. I try to respect boundaries around that now, although I wasn't always good about it. Yeah, exactly. And I still buy stuff for people. I won't lie. I see something that makes me think of you and I get it for you. That's how I work. Yeah, that's fair, Al, actually. Yeah, yeah. I feel like gift giving as a love language gets like a really bad rap because it comes across as like, I don't know, a Christian Grey level of thing where you're like stalking somebody and forcing them to accept really expensive gifts. But it really isn't like that. It's just, it's the same kind of thing as if you see a meme and then send it to somebody because it made you think of them or you think that they'll find it amusing. It's the same concept. It just also involves money a lot of the time. And I definitely have a lot of friends who have difficulty accepting gifts, and have had in the past too. So like my friend Jick, I literally have a stack of gifts built up for him that I send him occasionally. Which actually I should send him those hats I made for him. But I've gotten better about like respecting if somebody has difficulty accepting gifts. It just still is like, this is how I show love, please let me do it. I mean, it isn't the only way I show love either. I'm an excessive person by nature. I'm just like this. If I like you, then you are not going to have a doubt about the fact that I like you and enjoy your company. That's just how it works. And I've just always been like that. So, actually, maybe I'm not done yet. Maybe I want to keep talking and we can work on the cow while I do that. Instead of staring at the muscle that's making me angry. Yeah, see, I describe it as a cat bringing you a leaf. Yeah, I'm not a subtle person at all. Hi, Lib! I love you too! Lib also loves my goopy wiener. We have a command for that now. Well, not a command, a redeem. I should stop stacking these around in a weird way, but I just keep moving things. This one should be relatively easy. Yeah, that one. It amuses me so much. This one is going to be relatively easy to do because it's just like a coloring in book. I've missed you too. Shawnee sent me the clip the other day of you saying that you missed me, and it made me really happy. I should be there tonight, though. I
love you, but I'm encouraging the bad decisions. If it's
bad,
do it.
Like, I haven't been there like at all. I'm so busy. But I definitely have missed the silly bear vibes. Okay, if I was a smarter person, I would go change my paint water before I do yellow, but I'm not going to. So if the moon is a little bit blue, you know what? That's fine. Yeah. I survived. I'll put it that way. Which is what I've been saying. Yeah. I did all right. I luckily have a lot of really good people who kept up with me and made sure I was okay, including Alan Grimm, as a matter of fact. It's not that bad, mostly. It's fine. Okay, get some rest, Lappers. Good to see you. Yeah, actually, there is a blue moon coming up, isn't there? The only reason I know this is because the tea company that I use does a special tea for when there's a blue moon. So they only sell this specific blend when there's a blue moon coming up. It is a little bit of anarchy at Libstream, but it's fun anarchy. So. And I'm also a mod over there, so there's at least some order. Me and Adam. Although I think I'm a little less chaotic than Adam. Perhaps just because I have less power, because I don't have control over the stream. Yeah. Oh, and I decided, because it's Pan Visibility Day. I'm Pan, if you didn't know that. Which is why I have these rings. It's a little subtle Pan pride flag. Today is Pan Visibility Day, so the sparkles we're going to do in Pan Pride colors. So I don't think that's necessarily true, and you should know that from personal experience, Al. I can be pretty chaotic even when I don't have the power. It just depends on the mood. I love that it's like all of us. They can see us, you guys. Watch out. Don't rob any banks today. Are you putting the pan in panic, Grim? Yeah. I don't know. You were working on those chows, right? Because you started doing the pan one, didn't you? I think. A million years ago, the last time I was there. Pandemonium. Good, Al. Good. Good fun. Good, good. Oh, cool. I'm excited to see. I have no doubt that your art is cute. Like, that's just a standard, honestly. Lib's art is very cute, just in case anybody didn't know. Actually, did I bring that out here today? I think I did. I think I do have a sticker book sitting behind me. Look, Lib made this. Isn't it cute? I actually just sent one of your, well, I am going to be sending one of your stickers to somebody too. I have been told that I'm cute. But we have this one. This is a Lib. This is a Trisha, and so is this one. I have many stickers in the book of stickers. This one is a Lib. I sent this one to Trisha too, because she's also gay and likes frogs. All sorts of good things. There's all sorts. These ones, I cut off the rage one and sent it to Grim. The knife one. Me too. So there are more stickers in the back of this that I need to actually put into my sticker book. Here are a bunch of extra lip stickers that I have, but I got some from Cadoodles too, who is the person in charge of the coloring book project. I have some of her stickers in here too. This one is a duplicate, I think, or do I only have the older one of this? But like the T sticker, I love this one. She did that one. These ones are from Carolyn Designs. Actually, that's a Pan Pride potion that works. And here are some extra Trishas because I bought extras because I'm excessive as a person. Also, this Trisha painted this too. I have, yeah, there it is. Here's one of Lib's thank you cards. Look at how cute this is. Look at how cute Lib is. Look at that. I have such cute friends. Really lucky. But yeah, Liv does cute art. That's like that's not a question. So I'm not shocked that something you painted has turned out cute or drawn, I guess I should say. Me looking at my paint. Yeah, I am. Look at how cute Cap made me, actually. Cap drew this for me. I was going to do Pride stickers this year, but I really don't think I have the time. Oh, that would be super cute. I want to do mushrooms, actually, but I don't know that I really have the time to do it this year. But now that we completed the sticker cutter goal, I can actually do those in a way that makes sense and offer a lot of different varieties of pride flags, because then I can just print the ones that I need, which is good. I always try to be like really inclusive when I do any pride stuff, which is sometimes to my detriment because it means that I have to make 35,000 listings for everything, which is why the Pride keychains that I did are no longer available. So, but now that I'm getting a silhouette cutter because my lovely peoples have fully funded that, I can actually do that from home now. Yeah, yeah, and I'm very There are a couple flags that I refuse to move on. Like, there are some that are just like pretty widely accepted flags that I'll do, but I will never not do a demi flag. I will never not do an ARO flag. I will never not do an ACE flag because it's very important to me that those people feel included in the community, especially after a long time of people refusing to do that. So I also do a lot of the gender flags and stuff like that, but I was around. I was there, Gandalf. For the old days of ace phobia on Tumblr, and I just refused. I refused. If you can't accept that ace people are part of the community, then we aren't going to be friends. That's just how that's going to go. And so I make sure to make that very clear with my merchandise. I also have a habit of when I put you, I'll tell you guys a little secret here. Whenever I post my pride stuff on Tumblr, I always put a lesbian flag, a trans flag, and an ace flag in the same photo. Specifically because there is a group of exclusionists who will see if a lesbian flag isn't included, but one of those flags is, and throw a hissy fit about it. And I don't have time for that. We aren't going to play that game. So I just make it so that those three are always next to each other and in the same photo so that you can't edit them out. These all belong together. You don't get to sass me about it. Exactly. No gatekeepers. Everybody who wants to be included in the community is included in the community, and that's how that's going to go. And sometimes you got to throw fists about it, and you know what? I'm fine with that. I'll fight for it. Because unfortunately, some people are twats. But I make an effort to be extra inclusive about that stuff just to like head it off at the pass. But that is one of the many fun things about making Pride merch. Hey, I was just talking about you, Cadoodles. This is Doodles by Cadoodles. Thank you for the sub. And I was actually just showing some of your stickers off. I don't know if you were here for that. So yeah, I haven't put the new ones that you sent me in my sticker book yet, so they're just sitting in the back here. Look, that's Cadoodles. She made these. They're so cute. I also got an original piece that's sitting somewhere. Oh, this one too. I really love this one. There are lots of options. This one, Love Wins, accurate to our conversation that we were having just now. So yeah. Cadoodles is also the one who's in charge of the coloring book project that we did the painting for, the mushroom one. Very cool person. You should follow her. If you aren't already. Highly suggest. Yeah! I was just gonna say, you did see rainbows, because I was there when you saw it. Rainbows is turning out really good. I'm so excited about it. It's got like such a dynamic view to it. It's really cool. I'm excited to see how it all turns out. Hopefully I can actually make it for the next meet and greet, because I wasn't able to do the last one because my dad was visiting. Thank you! So I'm making little fabric patterns basically. So I did peacock feathers and some little blueberries. And realizing that I just had my iPad up this whole time with a reference image that I didn't actually need. And then I cut them and sew them together to make a paper quilt block. So I'm doing a project called Color and Focus, where my Patreons get to vote on what color I'm focusing on the month. And I've been making a quilt block for each color, and then at the end of a year I'm going to sew them all together to make a giant wall hanging. So yeah, I saw that. And I need to remember what date it is. I think I didn't write it down yet, but I saw that it was there. I'm aware, at least vaguely. that's a good idea. I've been scanning them lately so that I can do, I don't know, like washi tape or bookmarks or something. Because I think some of those would be really cute for that. But zipper pouches are a good idea too. Oh, actually, Trisha, if you're still here, Cadoodles does tote bags too, so she might have some good thinking or knowledge about doing those, because I know you were thinking about doing that. I mean, if Trisha's not here, you still have knowledge about it, but yeah. But Trisha is also a super cool artist. Okay, cool. Yeah. We can connect. We can all share our knowledge. I think I kind of want to do like an off blue for this. Do like a Viridian hue kind of color. That gets the vibe across without blending into the background too bad. Yeah, I know both of you are very open to sharing, which is why I bring it up. I tend to only be artists with friends. Yeah, sure, Brain. That's how that works. Yeah, I tend to only be friends with artists who are also open to sharing things, because like there's no point in gatekeeping. I think I kind of want to do like a light purpley kind of shading to the clouds. I almost said flowers. I don't know what is going on in my head lately. No, I mean, yes, I do, but do just like a little bit of this kind of vibe. So I don't want to go like too ham on these, but just a little bit to add some depth will be good. Okay, cool. Because I also have those ones, that manufacturer down for sticker books and washi tape. They're also good for. So. Which I do kind of want to make a sticker book at some point, because I'd like to have a sticker book that's like my own art that is also all my own designs. At some point is like an archive situation. Cool, perfect. Love that. Oh, that's where you got the bullet journals too. Okay, good to know. I do have a plan for that I should show you at some point. I got journals from Trish, who just added some to her shop last month, the beginning of this month. I don't know what time is. And the hardbound one with the dot, I'm gonna make into like a little tarot dictionary for all of the tarot decks that I have, because they each have like their own book, right? But I don't want to have to go and find each individual book, so I'm just gonna write it all down in a journal so that I can just bring that with me no matter what. Oh, they're acrylic pins too. Okay, cool. Good. Thank you. I was about to pull out a piece of art to show how much practice I have with fluffy clouds, but I can't do that because I sold it. Just kidding. But I did what did I call that? Sky snoozing. That I did a bunch of clouds with Copic marker and colored pencil. So getting the the round shapes is good for that. Although I used, that one was like a color challenge, so there was a specific color palette to use, which actually had Pan Pride colors. That's a funny. Oh, tea towels. That's good. I like that idea. I could print tea towels and then also embroider on them as like an embellishment. That might be fun. I mean, it would be a lot of work, but also. Yes, you should, Trish. Because you have a strawberry kitchen now. Trish painted on her kitchen wall like a mural of strawberries, and it's so cute. Yep. I mean, if you just use it as like your staging wall to show your own art, then it is. So, just saying. Just take a couple reels in front of it. Okay, well, step one of these is basically done for the quilt block, which makes me feel better about life. It never takes as long as I think it's going to, but it still stresses me out. Well, you've been doing more acrylic stuff lately, right? Because you've been doing your what are those called? Acrylic pens. I know words. No, I don't. And those are super cute. I have acrylic pens, but I don't use them ever. I guess I want to add a little bit of pink to the cow. I think that's our next step here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think those work really well for your style, so. Not to say that you shouldn't do watercolor if you want to, but. I think I just want to make his nose and the tips of his ears a little pinky. Then I think that's good to go. I guess I could also make the horns. Let's do a beige. That makes sense. Just a little bit of color. I feel like that's just the curse of the artist, really, where we end up with 35 different mediums that we enjoy doing and then run out of time and space to do all the ones that we really like. Okay. I think that is also an ADHD thing, which I know a number of people in chat are also artists and have ADHD. So, because we definitely chase that serotonin, and sometimes that serotonin is more art supplies, you know? It happens. Okay, those are done. Need to let those dry and then I can scan them and then I can cut them and then I can move on with that, which I should be able to finish this weekend. I guess it's time to look at the muscle some more, even though I don't really want to. Because I do think that I need to darken the top a bit, but this still isn't, it doesn't feel right yet. And I'm not sure exactly where the issue is for me. Maybe adding just some shading to make a clearer edge would help. The inside is also not great. Like right here, the hinge. But I think that was perhaps a fault in my original sketching and not just a now situation. But I did overwork this the last time I worked with it, so I ended up lifting up a lot of the pigment. Oops. But I think maybe I just stare at this a few more days until I figure out what the heck I'm doing with it. Okay, it's time to open Firefox to see who else is live, and we'll see if my computer implodes. I had to restart stream, like my entire laptop, not just stream at the beginning of stream today, because it was throwing a little hissy fit. Which it does, because I'm streaming off of a Mac laptop, which is kind of like the equivalent of streaming off of a potato that screams anytime you touch it. Soon I'll be able to have like an actual desktop computer, and then my life will be so much easier. It'll be great. Oh, maybe I'm gonna open Firefox. We'll find out. Come on, buddy, you can do it. I believe in you. I think I know who I want to go bother anyway, but having that open so that I know what they're saying to me when I move over to a new stream is usually pretty helpful. What else do I have to say? I don't know. I will be back on Tuesday. We should be back to regular schedule now, unless, I don't know, something else explodes, knock on wood. A girl can dream that we're done with all of the insanity for a little bit, but every time I think that, something weird happens, so every time I'm like, oh, finally, a little bit to catch my breath, something else comes up, because life is cruel like that. Although, to be fair, the last time I said that, the thing that happened was a good thing, so maybe the universe is trying to apologize to me. I think that we're going to go raid Rainbow Sheep, who I talked about earlier, who is also in my sticker book, actually. And also, actually, here, I have my mug here. These are Rainbow Sheep stickers. She does really super cute art. She's a super cute person. She's fun and she's very nice. And I think she's still working on her sub drawing, question mark, if the stream will ever load for me. Let me switch over to the ending screen just so that people know what's what and that we won't be here for much longer. All right, I'll talk to you later, Al, I'm sure. Like, we talk all the time, so. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me through all of the tech stuff at the beginning. I really appreciate that. That always irritates me so much, and it's just super frustrating. So I'm glad to have a bunch of people behind me who understand and, you know, just get it. Just get it. Space. All right. Let's see. Let's do raid commands, shall we? Yeah, thanks for popping in, and thank you so much for the resub, Cadoodles. You want to put them both in there? Oh, it's because I misspelled it. Never mind. That's not your fault. That's my fault. Sorry. All right, so the first one has emotes that you can use anywhere on Twitch. The second one has emotes that you can use in other channels if you are subscribed. So feel free to copy and paste the one that applies to you. And we will go bother Rainbow, who is just a sweet bean and very nice and supportive. Let me actually spell things correctly. I always forgot.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Let me get that started.
Space.
Work, please. Thank you. Okay, so Rainbow is working on some art for a sub drawing, so you could go actually and see my little sheep that she's drawing. It's so cute. I will be back on Tuesday, usual time, so 2:30 my time, which would be 3:30 Pacific. What else do I have to say? I don't know. How do I usually end stream? I don't know. It's been 2 weeks. What do I do? Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do it for me. Hear my little voice in your head cheering you on to take care of yourself because I think you're awesome and you deserve nice things. And that includes from yourself even on the days when it's really hard, okay? I'm rooting for you. We can do it together. Okay? And I will see you all next time or in various other places on Twitch. Bye!